Hey, what's up? I'm Tech Bro here. I often see gaming streamers and bloggers on what cool computers they play on. Powerful and with juicy RGB backlighting. Often it's something custom. Own built or custom built. Can you buy something like that in a store? Something that's beautiful out of the box and can play all the games at maximum performance. And not for a lot of money. Let's find out. For my review was a computer Lenovo Legion Tower 5. More precisely, the T5 I considering the platform from Intel. The hardware, the games, it's all going to be there. But in his case, it is worth starting with the appearance. You can tell right away that it's not an office machine. The perfectly ventilated black case of 26 liters has two fans behind the grids on the front and on top. Another one in the back. All of them, including the CPU cooler, have RGB lighting. Add to that the monochrome blue backlighting inside the case, the glowing graphics card name and the large flickering Legion logo on the front panel. The effect is stunning. I'll also mention that all the backlighting is customizable in Lenovo's proprietary Vantage app. You can choose from ready-made profiles or configure each backlight zone individually. Or turn everything off altogether. Although why? Considering that such beauty is often hidden under the table anyway, some of the ports were moved to the top of the case next to the power button. Here are the two classic USB-A 3.2, a separate microphone input and headphone output. The main set of ports is in the back as always. On the top is the ledge with the antennas of the wireless modules. Yes, this full-size computer has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1. Which made my testing very easy. Didn't have to pull a network cable from the router. Plus, without any extra whistles, I could plug in wireless headphones. For laptop owners, this goes without saying. But in the case of these computers is a very pleasant surprise. Let's go back to the ports. Below there are two USB 3.2, one USB-C, two more USB 2.0, Ethernet and three audio jacks. Below that are the video card outputs, which take up two slots. And finally, the power supply. Underneath the power supply is a dust filter. We have already made our way around the exterior. Now we can dig inside. The case is very well thought out for this. The disassembly doesn't need any special tools. The side panels are fixed with screws with large knurled heads. So, your fingers are enough. The transparent side panel was a surprise. It is made of thick quality glass. The carbon fiber plastic insert is also removable with ease. Inside everything is clean and neat. The computer can be praised for its cable management. All wires are laid in back and do not offend aesthetes' feelings. In addition, there is also access to the power supply. It is FSP80 plus gold 650 watt. To the left are two places for hard drives. They are also serviced without any tools. An unusual feature is the separate controller to which all backlighting is connected. It provides convenient adjustment of all RGB beauty. Let's deal with the hardware. I got a T5 for testing with the following specs. Intel Core i7-11700F processor. 8 cores, 16 threads. Heat pack is 65 watts. On the one hand, integrated graphics is blocked and there is no possibility of multiplier overclocking. On the other hand, there is no need for exceptional cooling. It also comes with 32 GB of RAM, a 512 GB M2 format primary SSD drive, a classic 2 TB drive and an NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti graphics card with 8 GB of video memory on board. The motherboard is based on the Intel B560 chipset. Generally speaking, there are configurations up to Core i9-11900 and RTX 3070. But if you need more power, you should look at Legion Tower 7. In terms of memory upgrade, there are 4 slots on the motherboard. Officially it supports up to 128 GB DDR4-3200. Also, the motherboard has 2 slots for M2 disks and in the case there are places for 2 classic hard drives. No complaints in terms of performance. Only my pleasure. I tested it with a full HD monitor. To be more precise, it is Legion Y25G30 with refresh rate of 360 Hz. There is a review on the channel. By software, Windows 11 installed all the latest updates and drivers. In Lenovo Vantage, I selected performance mode and enabled GPU overclocking plus 30 MHz. I'll start with the synthetics. 3D Mark Time Spy test. The result was 11,270 points. Now the Port Royal test with ray tracing. The result is 6,700 points. What can I say? Laptops are good. But against desktop computers, they are no competition. For example, the Legion 5 I tested with a laptop RTX 3070 produced fewer points than this PC with a desktop 3060 Ti. Moving on to real games. When running the tests, I tried to choose the highest possible graphics presets, ray tracing and DLSS balance. Resolution is always Full HD. Starting with Cyberpunk 2077. Quality Ultra with ray tracing and DLSS. I got an average of 76 frames per second. Decided to try Far Cry 6. Graphics Ultra. Results were around 70 frames per second. Now for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. High settings plus DLSS. Resulted in about 89 frames per second. Finally, Horizon Zero Dawn. Ultimate preset. The result was about 100 frames per second. For the sake of experimentation, I also decided to see how performance would be affected by selecting balance mode in Lenovo Vantage. Time Spy gave out 11,148 points. The difference with performance is purely statistical. Maybe, of course, in some specific tasks, changing the mode will speed up this Legion a bit. But I don't think it will drastically. The bottom line in terms of gaming performance is simple. With this configuration, Legion T5 will play all games at maximum speed with a Full HD monitor. For 1440p resolution, I would advise to either slightly lower the settings or go for RTX 3070. Needless to say, that this computer is at the same time an excellent workstation. When you are not playing, you can comfortably do 3D or video editing. As in the case of similar in performance laptops, stuttering occurs only on heavy animations or when using software stabilization. It's nice that even under load, the cooling system only rustles slightly. And if you put the computer under the table, it is not heard at all. And a bonus. While I was testing the computer, I also tried the Lenovo Legion H600 wireless gaming headset. It connects to the computer at 2.4 Hz, for which there is a USB receiver in the package. It is also possible to connect by wire. There are a couple of options with charging, too. You can use USB-A USB-C cable, or you can use magnetic charging through the contacts in the headband. But for the latter, you need the optional Legion S600 charging cradle. It will charge your headset and your smartphone wirelessly at the same time. A little bit about the sound. The drivers in the headset are 50mm. The sound is powerful, with a slope in the low frequencies. Perfect for gaming. In terms of music, is not suitable for all genres. The volume is with plenty of reserve. The headset feels well assembled. The microphone is not removable, unlike the ear cushions. The only downside for me is the discomfort with long use. The H600 lacks a bit of depth to accommodate my ears comfortably. Okay. Let's draw conclusions. Buying Lenovo Legion T5, we get though not a high-end PC, but a very powerful device. It will please you both with its gaming capabilities and spectacular appearance. For those who like to delve into the hardware, you'll enjoy the handy chassis and high-quality build. And a few little things like software tuning and backlighting, wireless modules. Generally speaking, it's hard for me to name any real disadvantages of T5. If you can think of any, feel free to share in the comments below. That's been it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.